give a little background. We wanted to call Dr. Frank Peretti to come testify to the committee. He is who did his business did the autopsy in Arkansas. Due to our scheduling and his scheduling, we were not able to get a time where he could come from Arkansas, but we sent him a request for information, and he responded with some answers. And so I'm going to read it out loud to everybody so they can know what his written responses are. And if committee members have any follow-up questions they want to ask of him, we'll send it via writing, and then he will respond via writing. The first question we asked him was, who contacted your office about performing an autopsy on Ronald Greene? His answer was Teresa Spells, assistant coroner, Union Parish. The second question we asked him was, what information was related to you regarding the cause of death of Ronald Greene? He said he was told Mr. Greene was involved in a motor vehicle accident following a high-speed police chase in Union Parish, and that he was a resident of Ouachita Parish. What was your initial impression after the arrival of the body of Ronald Greene? He said the autopsy was performed by Dr. Forsythe. However, my initial impression after opening the body bag that some of the injuries to the head were not consistent with a motor vehicle accident. We asked him, after viewing the body of Ronald Greene, in your expert opinion, what was the cause of death? He said, after I viewed the body, I did not determine the cause of death. The cause of death was determined by Dr. Forsythe after receiving the toxicology report. And then I said, how did Louisiana State Police explain the cause of Ronald Greene's head injuries? He said, when I called them to obtain information about the circumstances of the accident, they informed me that his head injuries were caused by, and he put it in quotes, tree branches. I asked him, what was your experience with Louisiana State Police after expressing doubts regarding Ronald Greene dying in a car crash? He said, I repeatedly asked them for their police reports and materials relating to the accident. However, they were never provided after multiple requests. With that said, we'll move on. Also, members, I included, we have an email from Phaedra Parks, and I read the email, and she attached some documents that's been provided to the members of the committee. It says, I was one of the attorneys in the room on October 14th, 2020, representing the Greene family. I was in the room the entire time and reviewed all the tapes, audio, and body cam footage. I've attached my notes from the meeting, which detail and confirm that we viewed Lieutenant Clario's audio, video, body cam during that meeting. Please distribute my email and attached notes if you have any questions, any further clarification. She provides her contact information. We had the staff put the letter from Matthew Block to the committee into the record. And with all that business taken care of, we will now move with Lieutenant Colonel Chris Eskew, Louisiana State Police. Oh, I'm sorry. Representative Villio.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. Relative to, is it Dr. Peretti? If we could, do you want me to provide the questions to him now, or do you want to do that later?
Why don't we do it publicly, and that way it doesn't look like we're doing something privately.
Sure.
And then that way, but then also maybe submit it written as well, so we have a follow-up.
Sure. 3 questions. Number 1, specifically the names of the persons that provided him the information, the names of the persons to whom he issued a request for any information, and specifically the name of the individual that told him the head injuries were caused by tree branches is what I'd like to know.
Thank you, Representative Villio.
And just one other thing, just to make clear for the record, specifically in light of Mr. Block's letter to me and the committee, the email from the Hardin or the Greene family is dated May 31st. That's yesterday. We received that information, correct?
Correct.
And certainly not prior to last Thursday.
Correct.
Thank you.
Representative Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Speaking of Attorney Block, are we going to request that he come and appear before this committee at any point?
Yeah, and look, I was wanting to do that. We've been reviewing documents. My initial thoughts in light of his letter was to put him on today's agenda. However, because of the Memorial Day holiday, I didn't think it would necessarily be fair to make that request on a Tuesday to be here for a Wednesday. But we will definitely do that for you.
Okay, thank you, Chairman.
You're welcome. Representative Bacala.
Yeah, side topic. I'm looking at our agenda from April 28th, and at that time we had someone from Pafford EMS testify. And I'd like to reach out and put on the record to reach out to that EMS person that testified. We had two that were scheduled to testify. One did testify, and specifically ask if they recognized any odor or anything that might have indicated pepper spray.
Okay.
That was a question not asked, and I think afterwards it came up that pepper spray might have been an issue. I think that typically if someone with EMS would certainly recognize that evidence.
Okay, thank you, Representative Bacala. We'll do that. Representative Marcel.
I think you may already have this one, but as it relates to, I think you said tree branches, he said was the cause of the head injuries.
Correct.
Specifically, who gave him that information? I don't know if you said that or not.
Said state police. He did not identify who in state
the
police.
person?
Yes, as I understand it, I did have a conversation with him via phone when we were trying to set this up. He opened the body bag. He realized that he didn't die that the cause of injuries was not a car accident.
Right.
He had these head injuries that were not explained. He called state police, said, this doesn't really line up. Somebody, state police, told him that in the car accident he hit tree branches, and that was what was the source of his head injuries.
And can we find out who that somebody was?
That's what Representative Villa asked
Okay.
for.
I thought I heard her say
request
something, but
for that.
I wasn't clear on that. And the multiple requests, what was it? Multiple days? Was it multiple times? And who were those requests made to and denied from?
We
Can
will
we
we'll
get that?
follow up on that as well.
All right, that's all I have.
Thank you, Representative Marceau.